Uh, well, how diddly do, folks? That guy with the suspicious grin on his face would be. What the hell keeps going on with my volume? Sorry. Way to start, ladies and gentlemen. That is John Cousins. You want to tell people they can find you, sir, and spell all the appropriate stuff?
Sure. Hey, everybody, how's it going? John
Hi.
here. Wood If I Could, Scroll Saw, Design Portraits and Woodworking. That's Wood If I Could. And you can find me over on Wood If I Could Scroll.com, sponsored by Steve Nealon, Hardnow Media. And you can find me on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram.
Well, thank you for being here, John. I am Charles Deering, as you can see right. I shouldn't try to point there. I am also sponsored by HarneilMedia.com. If you need a website, very affordable, great communicator, long work hours, HarneilMedia.com. That is HarnealMedia.com. Very affordable. If my broke butt can afford them, by God, you can too. Thank you, Tommy. Midnight Scroll Her, which is Shaylee Morehouse, and inspired by Shaylee.com and Midnight Scroll Her Crafts.com. Her and Steve Neal are doing that together. We have Doug Pole Barn Productions. We have Tommy's Workshop. I may have already said that. We have a Russian I'm trying to translate. I wish I knew how to say hello in Russian. It translates to Tima Star. Hello, Tima. Larry Aldridge has joined us. And I believe that's everybody. And John's right here on the panel, by God. Appreciate everybody taking the time to be here. It is, what is it, Saturday, April 9th, 2022. Appreciate everybody taking the time to be here. Shaylee just got done with her Seiko live stream with Dan Schumacher. Was doing a Sister Celtic knot. Sorry, I'm always saying Celtic. Hello, Jerry Blakesley, Living Beyond Disability. Long time no see, sir. That's partially my fault. Anyway, um, actually, it's fully my fault. So, uh, I completely derailed myself. That never happens. But
I get
we do it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
two words of no for you. In order to say hello in Russian, it's hello.
Yay!
And they're only called the Celtics if they immigrated to Boston.
Yeah, I was gonna say if it's a basketball team, I love you too, Steve Nealon. And Doug had my back. Said it's not your fault. No, it was. Oh, anyway, we're gonna be really sweet today because healing is much more productive than resentment. And it's usually me that's got to do the apologizing. But by God, life is short. Make the best of it, and we appreciate everybody taking the time to be here. I know you got options, especially on a weekend. We're going to jump right into it. I encourage questions. If me or John can't answer them, somebody in the chat probably can. If not, we will lead you to who can. Uh, Questions and comments are always encouraged because that's how we learn. I am using two pieces of 3 foot by 2 foot approximate maple ply, 1/4 inch, brad nailed together. That's what the blue areas are, showing you where the brad nails are, and showing me so I don't cut them too soon because you don't want the stack to fall apart. Using number 5 and number 3 flat end spirals by Flying Dutchman. I buy them from the Wooden Teddy Bear. What else? I'm forgetting. Oh, I'm using a 22-inch Hegner, but I have a Seiko like literally right next to me, and I may start using that. I just ordered the little ends that go in the thumb screw. When those get in, I will bounce back and forth between the two, and I just realized I forgot a pilot hole. That is disgusting, John,
What?
that I forgot a pilot hole.
No, no,
I know.
never, never, Charles.
There's like only 2 digits worth of pilot holes in this thing. Kidding.
You got Pat H joining us too.
Hello, Pat H. I believe that's the typical questions beginners would want to know, or just people that are curious. But please do not hesitate. Nobody here will make fun of a beginner question because they know that's how we all learn. We all like to try to support each other. All right. Now, let me get situated over here. My beverage. We have an unofficial drinking game. We might as well call it official. If I break a blade, or if you're just thirsty, take a drink. I don't drink alcohol, so Dr. Pepper's my beverage of choice. My clock already stopped on the live at 1 minute 28 seconds. Wow.
That's
Anyway,
probably because you're probably up for review right now.
that wouldn't be the first time, but that's all right. By the way, John Cousins also does live streams on his channel, so go check out his channel. If you like what you see, subscribe. All right. Uh, Jerry Blakeslee at Living Beyond Disability has done live streams. I don't know his intentions or current status, but if you want to watch his journey as it unfolds, please. No, we're not being held for review. Please go over there, and if you like what you see, subscribe. Hello, Ian Thorley, another designer out of the UK, I believe. And by the way, I'm going to show you all my latest design that just got posted today, and then we'll get started scrolling. Just got posted today. This one is 4 sheets of paper. Well, to design it anyways, it's a leopard rolling around, as you can see when you read the text. But if y'all want to challenge by God, roll on over and do there. I got more cats. I found a real good photographic source or photography source to use, so that's why we're there. But I hope y'all consider it. The link to it is in the description of the Facebook. It's not on the description of this video. Alrighty then, stop sharing and go back to the layout, and boom, bippy, here we are. We're going to stay positive because that's what we are, by God. So I'm going to start scrolling. I like to do video from this angle here so you can see with the blades going in and out. Overhead can be done, but it tends to take the quote-unquote magic out of it because it's hiding where the blade's going in and out. It's just a psychological thing, I think. Thank you, Ian. This is one of my scarier patterns. I've broken 2 pieces so far, but not from cutting. It's from my fingers bumping it. It's just a piece of grass here and there. But yeah, nothing tragic. But I'm going to start scrolling here shortly, and our distinguished John will read comments as they roll right in. But if you see somebody out in the chat, see if they got a YouTube channel. If they do, by God, check it out. If you'd like to say, subscribe and support them, by God. All right. And I don't know how long it took me to get started because my clock stopped.
It's only 8 minutes, exactly.
And my clock stopped just under a minute and a half. I don't know why, but I wasn't being held for review. Now, I saw somebody in one of the Facebook groups talking about vibration or this and that, but scrolling is very, very, very safe, especially even for kids. But a spiral blade is actually safer than a straight blade, a straight or flat blade. Sorry, flat blade. All the teeth are on the front, so if you're going to get cut, that's where it'll happen. You would think a spiral being the blades wrapped, the teeth wrapped around it, it would hurt you, but you can pluck that blade. I wouldn't recommend doing it for the sake of it, and you won't hurt yourself. You might get a teeny tiny scuff on your finger. You know what I mean? But if you're worried about vibration, that's why most people will cut the big cuts first. But I don't care about that because you can put your fingers right there to steady the piece. So if you're worried about vibration, do that. And the hole in the table, in this case, I have plexiglass over my table. You can make a zero clearance by putting either a playing card, business card, or just painter's tape or some kind of tape over the hole. And that way there's little to no chance of pieces you want to keep or fragility. Fragility is a word, I think. That'll keep the pieces from falling through or lessen the chances. So that is why you can do that. But I'm confident this won't do that. The last time I tried to say, look, it's still pretty solid, and I spun a piece around, it was that fretwork bull rider, and I broke it. So we won't be doing that again. I learned the hard way. I also have a business page I just recently reopened or made reactive. I don't know if that's a word. Made it active again. Is Charles Deering Wooden Visions on it's all one word on Facebook. Uh, I hope y'all will consider connecting with me on there and liking that page. And there will be times I do live streams there and not on YouTube because I'm trying to grow a little bit on Facebook. You're not guaranteed to be monetized, but I want to better the odds. Uh, but if you do it through StreamYard and do Facebook and YouTube at the same time, you don't get credit for that. So occasionally it has to be just Facebook. So if you connect with me there, you won't miss any of these exciting live streams. But I will not abandon YouTube. And I think I forgot another pilot hole. Holy monkey. No, I didn't. I did not. I did not. It was right there in the crook. Yeah, I can feel it, but I can't see it. Ready. I have forgotten about 6 or 7 pilot holes so far. Okay, I haven't forgotten them. I just missed them.
Doug's got a dumb question.
I have a damn answer. I mean, a very smart answer.
Is there a reason for jumping around your projects and not starting from the center out or one side or the other?
No, there's not a legitimate reason. I just jump around. Honestly, if it has a face, I usually start with the face, at least on a person, because that's the recognizable features. Because if you did all the background in their clothes of a custom portrait or something, and then you got to the face and messed that up, then you did all that work for nothing. But there's not a specific reason for the order I go. Sometimes I'm going up and down the piece, other times I'm going left to right. And I started out by doing the elk itself, and then I started doing around it. So yeah, no real reason for me. And some people will say always do your small cuts first, and that's not bad advice, but I don't follow that because of that thing I just said about holding your fingers next to it. But for me, it's usually to reduce the weight of the piece because I tend to do billboards. Steve Nealon says it's because of ADHD, but yeah. Yeah, just saying. I believe Shedley Morehouse will be going live from Midnight Scroll Her at 8 p.m. Central Time, and Midnight Scroll Her Crafts sometime tomorrow. I don't know the exact time. So check that out if you like what you see. Subscribe. Go to Seiko, Seyco on YouTube as well. They just had a show in there, and I cannot find the stupid pilot hole. That's why I'm just sitting here spinning around.
JJ has joined us in the room.
Hello, JJ. Believe it or not, Doug, that is one of the reasons. I didn't know that consciously to answer it, but okay, Shayla's going to be burning. But yeah, every now I think when I changed from the elk to going up above it to clear out some of the background, I told y'all it was a change of scenery because you can get burned out. I mean, the whole project's obviously because this is not a get it done in an hour thing. But yeah, occasionally I do it just to move around. Plus when you're working on an edge, it's a lot more cumbersome trying to load the blade into the pilot holes because you're having to hold this awkward piece, this large piece, awkwardly. So occasionally I just move around so I don't get upset at it. This is one of my more detailed pieces, designs that is. I would have probably a couple others that are near this, or if not more. I'm not good at judging which one has the most detail because I'm not crazy enough to count. John is. Actually, Wesley Balco likes to count detail or pilot holes. Ain't happening. But I always say this little detail is necessary for realism, and I happen to love realism, but it's necessary in order for the whole big picture to come together. No pun intended. Uh, and you might be frustrated as all heck during the project, but when you're done, there's that big sense of pride. And I'm always trying to one up myself, so I don't know what to do from here. And according to John, there's a word that starts with a W that's another word for elk or something like that.
Wapiti.
Wapiti. That sounds Canadian. God love you, Canadians, but Wapiti. Good lordy.
Well, Americans couldn't figure out, so they just said, "Oh, elk."
Yeah, I could spell elk too. ELZ. That's a joke. Come on now. Alrighty then. Security's not required to be here, but a sense of humor is.
Chris Nealon has joined us.
Hello, Mr. Nealon. What's more embarrassing when I miss the pilot holes if it's a big cut, because I can understand these little giblets here if I forget to drill one, but of course, if everything was in a straight line, I'd just go left to right or up and down to drill pilot holes. But
Giblets.
well, yeah, that's a technical word. Sorry, I should use smaller words.
That must be an American word.
Yeah. Yeah. Because if I'm drilling all the pilot holes in this little area and then I just decide to move to another area, although they all need done, then that's often what makes me forget to drill certain pilot holes. But also, I'm moving around too fast because drilling the pilot holes is not fun, but it is a necessary evil. I use the Scroller's Drill from Seiko.com, SEYCO. It is it's only powered on when you hold the button. It's not a click on, click off thing. You can plunge it to your liking. That makes sure your cuts are completely straight up and down. But it also comes with a little plastic screw in case you want to angle your piece.
Chris says he's watching people work in his backyard. It's exhausting. He thinks he needs a nap. Yeah, being a supervisor is hard work.
And Doug's going to go check on his drying lacquer.
Mr. Mark Lindsay's here.
Hello, Mr. Mark Lindsay. He also has a channel. He does some live streams, some project videos. That's Lindsay. Mark Lindsay CNC. Check out that channel. Valley. Excuse me. There's places in the U.S. that are snowing here lately, and it's 84 degrees here. It was 97 degrees a couple days ago. And that was a little toasty. I'm in Central Texas. John is in Grand Prairie, Alberta, Canada. Y'all want to stalk him.
Yeah, it's a whopping 41 degrees today.
Ooh. Ermagerd. Is that Fahrenheit?
40. Yeah, Fahrenheit.
Yeah, John usually has to translate for us Americans, or at least ones that don't know the conversion of Celsius to Fahrenheit. What was that other word they used to use a lot other than Celsius? It was, I believe it also started with a C.
Cold?
No. Oh, I
Hey,
can't think of the.
what's the temperature up there? It's cold.
I can't. I flat cannot think. By the way, folks, occasionally I have a panel member where you cannot. For some reason, there's a delay. So if interruptions happen, they do happen. Ladies and gentlemen, my twin brother, Cliff Deering, in his new home. Hello, sir. That is a Gulf wave or parade wave. Centigrade. Thank you, Mark Lindsay.
Well, I was
And
trying to say centigrade, but you wouldn't shut up.
well, that is my brother Cliff Deering. He has trimmed his beard and stuff. He's trying to look like me. We're kind of twins. Appreciate you being here, Cliff. Yeah. I was going to ask if you want to tell people where they can find you, but he doesn't do social media much.
You can find me just about anywhere that ain't worth a damn, except for here.
He means darn, but we're adults here.
That's what I had meant.
That's
Howdy,
what he had
Steve.
meant
Howdy,
on.
Doug.
Appreciate you being here, Cliff. There's a Canadian above you, so be careful.
Hello, John. Please don't poop on my head.
So what happened to you the other day? You were in the hangout and you just dropped off. Your internet was that bad? You just dropped right out, eh?
My internet
that-
drops constantly. I friggin'
Yeah.
hate it. It's
out-
wireless and
He's out in the
it's a
country.
metal roof.
too.
It's out in the country, metal building, and it's using a Wi-Fi extender. Makes you want to slap a small child.
Well, you remember how back in the olden days you just take a piece of aluminum foil and put it to the wall to a stud near the wall on your rabbit ears? What did
I
you
don't
do?
remember about the stud part, but
Just attach like a ground wire to the building to the Wi-Fi.
if I could hurry up and get the money for my house, I could just get my own damn interweb.
Darn internet. Darn it.
I was about to take a nap and I remembered you sent a link.
Well,
I think every single nap I've taken since I moved in here, the dogs have woken me up because they hear something outside and start barking.
dogs are good like that.
It makes me
Well,
want to slap a small child.
Stop letting them out.
I think Cliff has an urge to slap a small child just looking for excuses. We have 14 people watching. We appreciate you. And yes, Mark, there
Yeah,
are,
any
there are
comments or
more
questions, just feel free to throw them out there and somebody will answer.
Yep, Mark, there is more than one Canadian above us. Canada.
God,
Canada is like really big. What?
Said God is Canadian. Hello, Shad.
My wife's out of town. Cliff's housemate is out of town for surgery and healing. So we're both living alone.
Housemate, it's my mother.
Yeah, that too.
Just me and a bunch of friggin' dogs. Howdy, Tommy.
And 3 or 4 cats.
Yeah, 3, yeah.
Out in the country, them cats stay outside, by God. Well, so the dogs.
Yeah.
Herb Scrolling Station has joined us, folks. That is herbhooper.com and Herb Scrolling Station on business pages and such.
Hey, Herb.
Good to see you, sir. I still haven't gotten back to daily live streams, but I swear I intend to. But some of those will be on the Facebook business page, Charles Deering Wooden Visions, all one word. But you should be able to find it with those 4 words together, whether they're spaced or not. And if I can find this next pilot hole, we'll be scrolling right along. John Bradley has joined us. He is another Canadian, I believe. Yes, he is.
Hello, John.
No, John Bradley, I am not done yet, sir. But I'm a-trying. John, what projects you got going lately anyway?
Everything.
Okay, that narrows it down. I believe his next door neighbor wants a wagon for his remote control car. Or not a wagon, a trailer.
You know
Trailer and a boat to go on the trailer.
Good lordy, what, Cliff?
the stand-up speakers that I brought here and gave you the other ones, the power cord isn't with it.
That's terrible.
Yeah, that means I can't use them.
I might lose sleep now. No,
Oh, it's
I'm probably good.
Paperweights now.
Yeah.
Very big, expensive paperweight.
I would imagine there's somewhat of a universal cord type. I could be wrong.
Mm. John Bradley says, "What's taking so long? It's not like it's a lot of cut."
I wanna cherish each cut, and I don't know. I can't think of the right words.
We should have a moment
Say-
of silence for each one.
Savor, yeah. Well, a lot of people. Well, at least Steve Nealon might appreciate moments of silence on this here show. But I'm not a fan of dead air personally.
He's only here for community service.
That's funny right there. Let's take a drink to celebrate that.
Normally, I wouldn't be drinking out of this, but it's enough to dirty enough a cup.
Runs in the family, folks.
Mark says that'd be a cool project, a mini teardrop trailer to pull behind an RC car. Yeah, well, see, he's got a lifted Z71, so he wants a boat trailer and a boat to pull behind it, so you can take it through the water in the ditch.
Only in Canada and the UK is it called Z. It's Z21 or whatever he called it. Just saying.
I need an RC car out here.
Every now and then we got to translate John too. It sounds like I don't appreciate my panel, but I do.
We're used to being abused.
I've had my share of abuse too, by God, folks.
I wonder if I can reach the wick on this to light it.
Wick on what? Candle?
Yeah.
I wasn't looking is why I asked.
A boat to find out. Oh my God, I did it. It's once in a row. Mark says, "It's okay, Charles, I speak Canuckastani." No, it's one of them wood wick candles. Fireside is the flavor, and I'm about to die because everybody's locked up.
No, I just got a progress wheel on my camera. What's up with that?
I thought, hell, I don't know. Heck,
Good
heck,
Lord,
darn
son.
shoot.
If anybody's watching for the first time, if you like what you see, I hope you consider subscribing. If you do, click on the bell, click on the word all, and slap a thumbs up if you want to.
And tell a friend and put them through some torture. See how I did that? It still gives her credit.
On some of these smaller cuts, I don't mess with putting my air blower down there because I guess I don't need to. It'll make enough dust to get in my way.
I'm not used to sitting this close to a snake bird. You can't lift kind of strong. Now I'll put you up here, there, fella. I didn't mean to get loud right next to the microphone. I am so sorry.
All good stuff happens.
I like my stink birdie candles. God, I'm old.
Yeah, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. I'm just kidding.
I wish I could smoke in here.
Good, you just wouldn't live through it.
No. My mama's crippled butt would kick mine.
Any updates on her?
Not a one. They had to go back in and because they had a screw loose.
My mom just had back surgery, folks. That's what we're talking about.
A bunch of rods and stuff, but they didn't like the way one of the screws looked, so they went back in.
On the CT scan, they didn't like the way one of the screws sitting looked. They weren't sure if they went into too porous of an area on a vertebrae or something like that. So they wanted to make sure because all that work, you don't want to do it for nothing.
Me and Bobby are trying to talk her into taking that fountain apart and down and stuff. It's just finished in a bowl.
Yeah.
Water's green. Plus, it's mostly cracking anyway. All we'd have to do is tap a couple places of mortar and probably just pull a pot.
Yeah.
Plus, it'll be fun and stuff.
Well, that and it's never on. There's that,
No, that's because the dang pump always gets gummed up.
which is another reason.
I keep trying to get her to get rid of the lantana and stuff around the flagpole so it's easier to move around. I'm probably going to put rose bushes there. There's
That's
something
not-
else to dodge.
It's not really hard to mow around that. It's got a border on it.
Well, for the guy that doesn't do the weed whacking, it's hard to avoid vegetation that hangs out and over in town.
Then don't avoid it.
Ugh.
That'll learn her.
I don't know
Wake
how
up.
long I'll be here because my body is in nap mode.
John told me
And
the
I
same thing.
work. It
Y'all
takes
might
me
be
forever.
noticing that y'all might be noticing it's a little darker right here. It's because I dripped machine oil on there and it darkened it. Dag it. Hopefully sanding will help
Use the machine oil for it.
the joints on the scroll saw.
You ought to get to working back on that Metallica that you're giving me one of.
I will eventually, but the whole giving you thing might not happen.
Yeah, it is. Because it's my
I
house.
got enough of my woodworking that's sitting in storage due to your
Yeah,
new living
hey,
arrangement.
hey, I am, and I gave you stuff.
Guess it. Mark says one slip with that mower and the lantana problem is solved. Oops. Yep. Mom will be thrilled. Got a
Dances
metal-
with hardboards in his house. Sorry, guys.
That'd be Mike Kim. Used to be Midnight Joker.
No, I lose track of you people. You name changing fun buck. I meant that with all the love.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. He says, I'll try to think of a couple of out jokes to keep people amused. Amused.
Yeah. That's fun right there.
Well, there's that screw. Down it. I was looking for a screw earlier to put back in the bag and I couldn't find it. Now that the bag's put up, I found it.
Well, good. Go get that bag.
Mark said, oh dear, as in E-E-R. Ah,
Good
he's
lordy.
funny. Man, my sleep hurts. It don't matter what time I go to bed. I wake up at 7 or 8 in the morning. I actually woke up once an hour every hour last night.
I didn't go to bed till daylight. So I slept about 4 hours.
I went to bed at 9 or 10 something, and every friggin' hour I woke up. I mean, not like clockwork kind of thing, but it was during every hour. There's nothing.
Yeah.
Mr. Chris Nealon is leaving, Charlie. He has to get some stuff done. Catch you later.
Thank you
Very
for
well,
being here,
Chris.
Chris Nealon. Yeah, my oldest stepdaughter is turning 21 Monday. It's like, good Lord, where's the time go?
What you had said, Charlie?
Winnie is turning 21 Monday.
Oh my God.
Keep putting it through holes I've already cut. That's why it takes me so long.
Well, I don't know any better.
Yeah.
Feel a broken blade coming on.
Thank you for
Probably because I
correcting
need
me,
a
sir.
drink. I think I'll go ahead and take a drink now.
Yeah, I was about to say, just a suggestion, but if you're thirsty, take a drink. Don't have to wait on the break.
I'm almost out of drinking. I can't just run to the fridge. I got to run to the stove, and that ain't happening. and out of drink. So if you break a blade, I just get to sit here and stink.
Yeah.
I took a shower. That's totally not happening.
Yeah, if you're gonna do that from here on out, could you mute yourself?
I didn't realize it was that loud. Sorry. I got way too
Yeah.
sensitive of a mic.
I did that the first time I was on a live stream. While some guy was talking, I didn't stop and think, and I crumpled up a Dr Pepper bottle. Yeah, I will find that pilot hole eventually. The cluster is wider now, so it's harder to find.
I need a cigarette.
Go have one.
I'm gonna go have a cigarette. And I'm
Alright.
gonna decide while I'm out there if I'm going to stay when I come back.
All right. Appreciate you being here, though.
Appreciate you having me. I'm gonna smoke and stuff.
All right. Now, there's areas I could be using a number 3 blade, but I'm not. And when you cut giant billboards, you can kind of get away with that. The detail would be finer if I used the number 3, but I'm okay with not. All right, Mark, appreciate you dropping by, sir. Buck used to have 15 million animals. Now he just has 3 parakeets and 2 dogs. Divorce will change your situation. I'm gonna take a drink since Russ and Herb aren't here to walk in and make me choke. Trying to get stuff out of my way over here. Good. The only good side of my brother's divorce is where he's living now is only 45 minutes from me. Before it was an hour and a half, a little harder to see each other. By the way, I do not have a rubber scroll saw. That's the shutter speed difference between the webcam and the speed of the upper arm. It would be bragging rights, though, if I told people I had a rubber scroll saw. Thank you, John. I don't know why sometimes I can go right to the pilot hole and other times it's like pulling teeth. Good days and bad days. Hope everybody's doing good out there and not having to go through pain or sickness or depression, whatever the case may be. I've had my share of depression. It can kind of take over your life, especially if you let it. But yeah, John Bradley says, "Scrolling is such an addiction. I love it." Yep, I agree. But sometimes I just don't feel like messing with it. Only 5 more cuts left in this little cluster, and then we'll do some down here, and then I'll probably go up through here. Everything below this area is at the capacity of the saw, so I would have to do it from an angle because the capacity of the saw is 22 inches from the blade to the inside of the crook, and this piece is about 2 inches more than that. 40, 40, 40 and 3/4, I believe. Or maybe that could be the width. Never mind. I've slept since then, so I don't remember. I don't even know what I said, Doug, that I don't even know what you're responding to. That one is so depressing. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I was talking about depression. Hello. See, I pay attention to what I say. And for those that weren't here earlier, I had some little parts I ordered for the Seiko a long time ago to kind of go on the end of the thumb screw and stuff like that I ordered before my house fire. And after the house fire, I lost them in the house fire, and I procrastinated getting them replaced. But they've been ordered, so there will likely be some live streams where I'm using the Seiko because it's a good product, good company, good customer service. It's run by Ray Seymour, so actually it's pronounced Seiko, but he didn't want to correct everybody. He just let them say what they want because it's Ray Seymour, SCY, the same. Located in Rockwall, Texas, a little bitty building. I thought it'd be a giant operation, but it is not. Doesn't need to be. That's pretty cool if you're running a little bitty operation and your name is known like that. My name is kind of known, I guess. And I have a little bitty operation. But we got my operation is scrolling and pattern designing, but we also have other pattern designers out there. I shouldn't start naming names because I'm going to forget some, but we got Ian Thorley that was in the chat earlier, Herb Hooper, at herbhooper.com, Russ Beard, Alex Sock, Girl's Hand, Mike Williams, Jeffrey Blick. I shouldn't have started naming names. Tom Taylor's done a couple, or 3 or 4. I've slept since then. I don't know. I want to say 2019 or 18. It was on New Year's night. New Year's Day. Well, New Year's night. Yeah. Luckily, I was in my shop, not napping like I usually am. It was around 1 or 2 in the afternoon. Welcome back, John. Thank you for having me, Charles.
You're welcome. That's me.
Still got girls crawling all over you from your shave and haircut.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Oh my god, you look so young.
I do not like the way I look without facial hair, so I will not do that again. But John has that beautiful chiseled face. Somehow my volume went all the way down. Can you hear me, John? Okay.
What? What?
I was about to say I may not have been looking at the TV, but it's a good. Yes, my monitor is a 50-inch TV, folks. Just saying. Well, I can't show you. It's the thing's in the way. Yeah, because I have wonderful eyesight. All right. Come on, Dag Blabbit. Things trying to loosen up on me over here. Oy. All right, we got a good view, I reckon. I don't remember what year that fire was, John. I want to say 2019, but I could be wrong. Yep. So what is everybody out in the chat section working on, by God?
Nothing.
John's working on about 8 things. Oh, okay. Except for when I wrangle him into these live streams, he doesn't get quite as much done. Powerful. Sorry about that, sir. Next live stream will likely be from my business page on Facebook, Charles Deering Wooden Visions. If you connect with me on there, you won't miss one. But I will not abandon YouTube. I'm just splitting them between the 2 platforms. But I don't want to do both at the same time because it'll mix up the audience and stuff like that. So there's that. It is possible to get somewhat of an income from Facebook. You just got to be invited to do it. But in order to be invited, you got to be noticed. But you don't want to be noticed via a restraining order. So you know. Come on, a little humor there. All right. I did say a little humor.
That was a little laugh. Oh, sorry.
Hee hee. Thank you for that little laugh, sir. for those that haven't seen it after this cut, I will show you the source photo I did this design from. And it will explain why a lot of this grass detail is clustered, because the reason why it's clustered like that is because it's out of snow, so that's why. All right, so that's our source photo.
Robin's here.
Hello, Robin. Oh, diddly. My brother's having technical difficulties, so he asked me to kick him out. All right, just you, John, now.
Does that make me special?
Yes.
And Stace is here too. Hey, Stace. Oh, Mike Dance with Aardvarks is here.
Yeah, he's been here, sir.
No,
Hello, Stace.
I just saw him.
Oh. Hello, Stace. Okay. The times like now when the piece is getting further and further away from the camera, I wish I had kept the second leg off of my camera crane, but I broke it taking it off because it was all glued. Figure that one out. I'll get it prepared eventually. We can get even closer with the camera. Seems like Mike Kim's falling asleep on his keyboard. Little joke there. Alrighty then. Catching on something and I don't know what it is and I don't want to break anything. Oh well. What the heck am I caught on?
Back of the saw.
No, because I'm trying to cut to the right and pull towards me and it keeps catching on something. Oh well. That's just weird. Oh, I had a piece of debris that I had just cut off, hadn't fallen all the way through the hole in the table yet. That's what it was. Dang debris. Robin's at work.
She can't be. She's on YouTube.
Well, I'm just reading the comment. I'm about to sneeze.
That's you? Richie! It's hilarious when big guys are like, Richie!
Yep. It takes everything I got not to blow people's ears out when I'm sneezing. My grandma had one of those little petite sneezes. All right, that next cut goes below the line, so I'm going to wait to cut that one. This one I can get away with. That one, blah blah blah. We can do this. Kaylee says my neighbor is about to get a new broken computer. I don't know what that means, but okay. There's got to be a story behind that, and I'm not getting it. John's listening to something with a profuse volume.
It's not that loud.
Oh, I think she meant she's going to throw her computer to the neighbor. Okay. Well, it's not ungodly loud, just loud enough for me to notice.
Just saying. Just saying.
Some days John will talk our ears off. Other days are like today. John's just quiet as all get out. I tell you what.
What in the blue blazing Sam hell's going on here?
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Portal Woodwork, David Jones. Thank you, John.
Hey, Dave.
How diddly do, neighbor? And I'm going to keep saying it because I don't want YouTubers to think I abandoned them, but I will occasionally do live streams only from Facebook business page. Charles Daring Wooden Visions on Facebook. It is a page, not a group. And I don't want y'all to miss any of these exciting live streams. I'm going to go ahead and get these areas that are along the bottom. So we have to angle the piece for that reason. Why, John?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I wasn't listening. You're not supposed to catch you off guard like that.
Okay. It's because the piece top to bottom is taller than the capacity of the saw. So I have, since we're using a spiral, we can get away with doing this. But I have to turn it almost completely sideways to start cutting over here. Because this area right here is beyond the capacity of the saw with it being perpendicular. Or parallel, whatever you want to call it. No, righty then.
It's a good thing you explained it because I was just going to say rustic.
When in doubt, say rustic.
Would have threw you right off, right?
Yep. And that all started on the roof of the covered bridge.
The,
Right
the
there.
roof?
Yeah, roof. Yeah.
The roof?
Yeah. Tried to do a straight line and it went a little wavy, so we called it rustic, and that's when it all started. I don't have a big sewing machine, but I assume he's referring to the scroll saw. I got it off Craigslist. I had an 18-inch, and this guy was selling this one. And I begged him to take payments, and he did, and I sold practically everything I owned to get it. So that's where I got it. And Shaylee says, "Shut it, John." Other than that, I don't have an actual sewing machine. So if that was referring to a scroll saw, that's your answer.
No,
I
Shay, I'm not making fun of you and your enunciation. It's just we've been having this conversation all day about Canadian and American talkings.
yeah.
So,
She took that one personally.
we actually do say roof up here. So,
I'd say roof. But there are some Americans that say roof, especially up north. Now, the benefit for y'all, if you're so inclined, is when I have to turn the page like this, it's more straight on for y'all. Although the camera's not right up on it, but yeah, I'm I'm right here, so it's at a severe angle for me, almost sideways.
no, Tommy, it's not rough. It's roof. Or are you trying to spell rouge?
Like roof, hoof. I think I say I don't remember if I say hoof or hoop. Hoop sounds funny on an animal, so I probably say hoof. I don't know what I say.
The hoof.
Yeah, but why do I say hoof but not roof? I'm roof. I don't
I don't
know.
know. I
I'm
don't know.
just special.
Because if you got two of them, they're hooves.
Is there?
But if you got two roofs, they're roofs. Roof. I don't know.
You're confusing yourself, ain't you? I don't know. That's funny right there. I tell you what. Let me turn that camera a little bit. This is the edge of the table, so you can see what we're dealing with here. Well, it's funny that Shay and Tommy both typed it out because that doesn't explain how they say it. But yeah, but you got to do what you got to do with a keyboard, I reckon.
But then again, if you spell the word loofah, it looks nothing like roof.
Same with rendezvous. That's spelled like rendezvous.
Rendezvous. It's
Yeah,
because it's en français.
well, it's also in French. That's a little joke there. Come on now. I'm not Kelly Pickler. Yeah. It's a shame too. I don't think me and John will ever get to meet because I can't afford to travel to him anxiety wise, and he's always too dang busy and doesn't love me enough to travel to Texas. We're probably at two of the furthest points of geography to see each other. Shaylee says I can spell it, I just can't say it. On her show, she was had a list of words she couldn't say. Have you ever had one of those days where a word you use all the time you just suddenly forgot how to spell? Like, that
Hello.
happened. The last time that happened to me was the word said. SAID. I just went blank. Like what? I've been spelling this all my life.
Tommy says it's a good job. You can't hear my Yorkshire accent. So Tommy, is it Yorkshire? Like Yorkshire pudding or Yorkshire?
I would imagine it's Yorkshire, but I don't want to assume. Why am I getting an echo, John?
Because I'm on my speaker. I'm not on my
Fine.
headset. That way I can still walk around my shop and do stuff.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. Are you sure? Are you sure? Do you hear an echo? Echo? Echo?
Not anymore, no.
Echo? Echo? Echo?
Only the Canadian one.
Ricola.
I saw an article the other day. It talked about a lot of misspelled words been said wrong. I think Adidas is one of them. It's actually Adidas or Adidas.
Audacious?
Dubai, no, the shoe brand. Dubai is not pronounced Dubai. I think it was Too bad. I don't remember now. I shouldn't have even brought it up. Harnell Media says he can walk around and do stuff. Doesn't mean he really will.
I already
Yeah.
was. I was, and I worked on something. I posted on Instagram, which went to my Facebook page. Go check it out.
Jaylee says, I'm terrified to be Seiko host. Here I got Mike saying the wood names, LOL. Dear God, do I have to say that aloud? That's funny right there. I would love to be the Seiko host, but I should probably start using the Seiko. And that, I'm not trying to steal Shaylee's job. I'm just talking out loud.
You see, it's a good thing you're pronouncing it rather than spelling it, because aloud is spelled wrong. Just saying.
I was going to say that, but I wanted to be the sweet one. It's ALOUD, ma'am. You smell like you spell like a
Spell it.
Canadian.
You spelled it. You smelt it wrong. A lot. Oh Lord.
Oh Lord. Are you having a stroke there, John?
Nope.
And take in mind when you're scrolling, if you're a beginner, this piece will not go anywhere. You're not staring it unless you have really moody grains on your wood, like oak or sometimes pine.
Moody
And
green.
yeah, that's all I could think of. And it won't cut any faster than you're pushing it into that blade. So you're in control once you get confident about it. Steve Nealon says, spell check is a liar, Shay. Tommy says, you've given it permission, Shay, not volume. And Shay says it totally is. Yep. And we are caught up. Shay got one of them invites on Facebook. That's why she's active on Facebook, and I'm hoping to get one. That's why I'm going to start getting active on Facebook, but not leaving YouTube. Don't you worry now. Apparently, you can make a nickel or three, potentially.
$20 is $20.
Yeah, but I don't know why John hasn't worn his pig ears in a long time, or his big nose. That's kind of offended.
Not springtime yet.
I didn't know it was seasonal. Yeah, apparently his pigness is seasonal. You found out when I did.
My pigness.
Yeah, that's a Charlie word, sir. And only Shay will know what I'm talking about here, but you'll notice there haven't been any fours today, Shay. Just saying. Because I'm being conscious of it. That will make absolutely no sense to anybody else unless they know the story.
I'm a good boy.
As long as I can stay awake and not get hungry, we will be here for this here live stream, by God.
So the next topic is food.
If you're not liking me, yeah. Speaking of not liking me, I need to check and see if I'm being held for review. It happens every now and then, and I like to nip it in the bud. Come on, computer. Well, not yet, by God. We've got 12 people watching, 10 thumbs up. Sweet, much obliged. I'm about to need to add a piece of tape somewhere because I didn't put enough brad nails in this area to hold it together, but worst problems to have. It's on YouTube, Shay. On the what the heck is it called? Channel content. It'll say held for review in yellow text. Let me. Well, I don't mind showing y'all. Uh, it used to be practically daily, but right here it will say. Right here it will say held for review. Sometimes it's an algorithm thing. Sometimes somebody reports your show for something, and that'll be yellow, and it'll say held for review. And then you gotta click on something and request a review, and there's that. So that's how I know. And I just stumbled across it one day, and it was almost daily. It was kind of a pain in my hind parts because you're not being monetized, I think, while you're being held for review. So, and every little bit helps, by golly. But yeah, what to do when you are held for review? Just request a review. Yeah, and Harnell Media brings up a good point. Held for review is only for channels with monetization. Monetization. It's a word. Come on now. I really wish I'd have kept that second leg of my camera crane on because I don't like how far away the piece is. Most often it'll happen if somebody reports your show for something, but it can't happen algorithm wise until the thing finally figures out that your channel is safe. But I've never been held for review and had it stick because, we may go off the rails now and then, but not flat out inappropriate. Well, okay, maybe I should rethink that. I always put a half-inch border around things for a frame to have something to grab onto or, sit in the rabbit. And if I ever have a piece, I call it a standalone or freestanding. It means it's about the shape of the piece, not in a frameable square or rectangle. And I believe the Avengers was the last example of that. I could be wrong. I've done so many dang live streams, I don't remember what all I've done. This is live stream number 305. I don't like doing project videos because it's not as interactive. See, I can talk. It doesn't make your channel grow real big, real quick, but I like the real-time interaction. It's more personal to me. That's why I do live stream. In my humble opinion, one thing that'll kill your reputation if you do live streams is not to acknowledge the chat, because the chat should be why you're doing it. A big part of it, because they are what make your channel grow. It's why you're doing videos. You're not doing them just for yourself unless you're weird. But I hate seeing somebody ignore their own chat section. I get that it's hard, but I'm not talking about the ones that, have to do what they're doing and go peek at the chat, because, that's multitasking and that's kind of difficult. But some don't even make an attempt. And that's sad, I'm telling you. But 9 times out of 10, I and my panel read comments to number 1, acknowledge you. Number 2, we only read the ones that are, for the most part, relevant to the stream. If it's like people talking amongst each other, we don't necessarily read those. Hello, Ken McCrory has joined us. Hello, sir. Thank you for being here.
Hello.
And Kenny himself. Yeah, if I was able to travel, I probably would have met John by now. If he were to allow me in his house. But he's pretty nervous that he wouldn't get anything done if we were hanging out. Just saying. Because I can be pretty irresistible. Just saying. Little joke there. Herb, I hope you're feeling all right. Anytime Herb isn't in here, I wonder if he's not feeling well or just got stuff going on. And I'm only reading the comment, John, so don't get mad. Tommy's Workshop says John never gets anything done, LOL.
I'm too busy on live feed.
Those who didn't hear that, John said, I'm too busy on live streams. That's why. Or because, you know what I mean. Apparently, I found out today giblet is an American word. John questioned my Americanness. I'm kidding. Giblets can even be food. Just saying. Herb is okay, in case y'all was worried. He's just working on patterns. Is your latest and greatest pattern designer. Y'all support him if you're looking for scroll saw patterns. Or you can go to woodenvisions.com. But don't forget about old Herb over there, by God. When's the last time you went to woodenvisions.com? Just curious. Go on over there. Over 2,000 patterns, 14 ebooks, a whole bunch of scroll on and other kinds of swag, coffee cups, caps, stickers, I think. Matter of fact, I have a sticker on the back of my phone. I don't know if this is an exact copy, but it's the same design. You can find stickers like that on woodenvisions.com, or a scroll on cap, or a scroll on t-shirt, or a Dag Blabbit t-shirt, all kinds of stuff. Our new media said a couple hours ago, I'm not even sure what that's a reference for, because I'm talking about so many different things, I truly have no idea. Herb says, Trying to get these done, saving up to buy me a drawing tablet. Understood. Y'all help Herb get him a drawing tablet, by God. I'm afraid to start using the tablet because if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of deal. And I'm only speaking for me because I do mine on paper. John's trying to make it sound like he's woodworking. Sound effects and everything. Oh, when I last went to, sorry, thank you, Steve Nealon. And he just posted a link to woodenvisions.com. In the past, you got what they call a splash page, where it's always a splash page when you go to. Don't worry about me, John. Anyway, now when you go to woodenvisions.com, you go straight to the categories of the patterns, and I'm glad we made that switch. By God, there's also one that says newest in case you keep up with the pattern that get uploaded. Most of those new ones are 1883 themed, but that's sort of old news. And the leopard I just did today, or it took me a few days, but yeah. Thank you, Mr. Steve Nealon. He does my website, he does John's, he does Shaylee's, he does quite a few people. Excuse me. Bear with me. I'll be scrolling here in a second. Don't hold back if you got any comments or questions, please. If I can't answer it, somebody in the chat probably can. I do not know everything. Yeah, those ebooks don't get a lot of attention, but it's definitely affordable, and you get on average 5 to 6 patterns for just under $15 American. Just saying. And they're broken up into 4 pages each, so that they can generally be about they can fit on a smaller saw. Of course, I don't advertise them much either, but you know, what can you do? Eh? John is multitasking in his shop, Doug, and Cliff was having technical errors, so he asked me to kick him out. Kim McCrory says this campground is getting full. And we are caught up. By the way, Doug's other channel, other than Pole Barn Productions, is Outside the Barn, I believe. I've fled since then, but I think that's what it is. So, y'all check that out. And McCrory said the barns are still my favorite. Yep, one of the, thank you, Ken. One of those ebooks is Old Barns. I believe it's called Structures. I don't remember. I've slept since then, but because I don't know if they're all barns or not. It's been a while. I believe I have another one for majestic animals like deer and elk and blah blah blah. You John Wayne's one, a couple cat ones, and I shouldn't have started naming because I can't remember. Some of them are even baskets. Just saying. And there are 6 downloadable videos if you want to learn to make your own patterns on paper like I do. They show the computer part, but it's not for teaching the computer part, because I only use the computer to clean up the lines and color them in for display when selling. What do you mean you get more complaints on them? I don't understand. Doug says outside the barn is correct, Charles Berry, and it's a pole building or a barn, depending on what you are using it for, I guess. Yeah, true. Okay, cannot find that next pilot hole. There it is, I think. There it is. According to statistics, the most popular pattern on my website is barn and riders, and you'll recognize that barn in the barn book, but it doesn't have the riders with it because I combined 2 patterns to make that barn and riders. Oh, Ken says I can't spell. People like him is what he meant. And you notice I put my fingers close just in case this piece wants to vibrate. That's all right. I will not get hurt even if I bump the blade. It's not like a table saw when it comes to danger. Just saying. Doug says poles or beams go into the ground 3 to 4 feet with no foundation other than pads under the poles. Well, all right. All that being said, the way he spells pole for pole barn productions is POHL. So there's either a reason for that or he got his spelling lessons from a Canadian. No offense, Canadian, just a little joke there. Only because John Mike can hear us. But he's muted so we wouldn't hear him. I think I used to know why he spells it POHL, but I don't remember now. So I bet hopefully he will tell us. If it wouldn't take so long and make y'all dizzy, I would definitely add a second arm back to this camera crane so y'all could be in closer. Yeah, I figured this spell was intentional. I was just trying to be funny, but what was the story about why it is spelled that way? Got to be a reference. Oh, he spelled it wrong to irritate his wife. All right. Something I've always wondered if YouTube accounts for misspellings, common misspellings when it comes to tagging a video. Whenever I would do project videos, I would tag it with woodworking as 1 word, woodworking as 2 words. Same with scroll sawing. Because I don't know if they compensate for misspelling. I think compensate is the word I'm looking for. So I do it to cover. And a lot of people misspell my last name, D-E-E, instead of D-E-A. And so I tag that as well in case they're looking for me. Yeah. Kim McCrory says, I'm going to take my fishing pole to the ocean. Scroll on. You too, sir. Thanks for driving by. And Doug says it's kind of like steel chainsaws and not steel, the way he spelled it, but he spelled it wrong. They spelled it S-T-I-H-L. But yeah, I got his point. I probably didn't need to point out that he spelled it wrong, but I'm just here to help. You're welcome. Please, I'm going to keep saying it, but please connect with me on Facebook. under Charles Deering Wooden Visions. That's my business page. I will occasionally do live streams from there. That sound means it's not in the clamp good enough, or somehow the tension loosened, but it's probably the clamp. Oops. I don't know how that tension loosened all of a sudden, but all right. It's trying to sabotage me. And the next time I go to tighten it in there, it'll probably be too tight, because go figure. Let's take us a quick drink. If I was sponsored by Dr. Pepper, I'd be showing it off more, but yeah. I should be sponsored by Dr. Pepper. They're responsible for my belly and my addiction to Dr. Pepper. Just saying. Good thing I took a drink. I broke a blade. That's our little drinking game on these here live stream. No matter what show you see that on, it started on Charles Deering on YouTube. Just saying. All right, but I don't know how far in we are because my clock stopped on my live, but that's how long it took to break our first blade. All right. And went at least on this saw. I don't know if it's all Hegner's, but when I break a blade, I often have to check the tension because it'll vibrate this knob back here, and sometimes it loosens the tension. Now we got a fresh new blade in there. By God, we're just gonna roll on in through it, and Herb is being Herb and doing a whole bunch of LOLs. I'm not about to say all that. But I'm giving him credit for saying it, by God. Got 10 people watching, we sure appreciate you. I do talk a lot because I don't like dead air, just saying.
Because he likes the sound of his own voice.
Love you too, John. John's always right there to compliment you. We all kind of do that for each other. I do like my voice. I think it's kind of sultry and sexy. Just saying.
Salty.
Sultry.
Sultry. Oh.
Sound like a hello, baby.
You'd rather I talk like that.
Thank you, Doug. Doug says the stream started 93 minutes ago with 9 watching. Now 10 Shay says you are. I don't know what that's in relation to because I've talked so much I have no idea. But I think she might be talking to Doug. Heck, I have no idea. All right. Moving right along, getting the areas that are limited by the capacity of the saw. That's why the piece is angled in relation to the saw. I should probably take it out of the clamp in order to move to the next cut. Just saying, it makes it a little quicker. No force, Shaylee. Just saying, no force. Only Shaylee knows what that means. I love inside jokes because who doesn't want to be left out of something? Doug clarifies. I think she was answering about me talking to myself. Yeah, I tend to do that. Generally not on live streams, but I definitely talk to myself. I often sing to myself too, and that's probably heard by some, but I like to sing to kiss my hind parts. I say that with all the love in the world. If you like what you see, click that thumb up. If you are not subscribed, I hope you consider it. I'd sure be much obliged. For you Canadians, much obliged means I'd sure be grateful. I'd sure appreciate it.
Oh, bless your heart.
Oh yeah. That can be a cut down south, just saying.
Oh, I know.
I was explaining that to other folks. Bless your heart. My wife says that a lot. Apparently my wife does not like me. Vince is out of town for the weekend, so there's that. Look at that beautiful straight line. Just saying. It's easier to do a straight line when it's not very long. The line, that is. Doug says, well, we get better answers that way, Charles. Yep, talking to yourself. Shay says, I talk to myself and I'm swearing at my computer, multitasking. Yeah. And I don't know if the camera will pick it up or not, but you will notice, this is a complete subject change, but you will notice you don't see a bunch of dust on the floor, but you do see some giblets because I don't have the perfect way to aim my dust collection that is right here. But it catches the fine dust, which is awesome. But I still have to vacuum up or sweep up the giblets on the floor. I don't know if they show up or not. But yeah, that's just a total subject change. Steve says, I'm being helpful. I'm swearing at Shay's computer too. That's funny right there. Come on now. I got to readjust the camera. See the things I do for you folks. Just kidding. Come on now. Steve has helped me more than once. I'm not computer savvy. All right. After these two cuts right here, I'll turn it back this way so I can do some of these higher up ones. Although I should make myself go across here and go ahead and get them all till we get to the brad nailed area. But I want to do my signature till we're done. I always cut my if there's room, I always cut my signature into the piece. I either cut it into it like this, or I will make the signature itself out of wood. You know, just to be unique. When I first started scrolling and doing it that way, I used to put my whole name in there, so that was kind of overkill. Welcome back, John.
I never left.
You know what I mean? Good lordy. You left the view. Just saying. What he meant to say is, glad to be back, Charles. Thank you for having me.
Oh, yes,
good.
Charles. Thank you. I appreciate being here on your panel, taking all your constructive criticisms.
Okay. Mommy and Daddy are having a fight. Y'all bear with us. That was a joke. Come on now. 'Cause John has never criticized me, have you, baby?
No, never.
Rustic. Alrighty then. There will every now and then be times that I don't have a panel. But every now and then I will have a panel. Probably on Facebook I won't have a panel, and sometimes on YouTube. I don't know if I could figure out a panel on Facebook if I'm being honest, unless I went through StreamYard, but I won't be going through StreamYard. All right, one more cut. No, I keep saying I'll go there. We're going to go across. Might as well get it done. Get everything that's out of the capacity of the saw, and we won't have to mess with it again until we get to the side. And I have to actually add to the side a little bit because the way I drew it out, I didn't quite make the whole distance. But that won't be hard. It's just grass and stuff. Daily will be going live at 8 p.m. Central Time. I'll let her tell y'all where and stuff like that. 'Cause I think it's on Midnight Scroll Her, but I don't remember. I'm 90% sure that's what it is, but I have been wrong before. I know this is an utter shock. And I believe she said she'll be wood burning on that one. We're getting to that awkward part of trying to reach pilot holes while holding up this giant piece. Almost out of reach. Or at least an awkward angle for me, because I usually feed pilot holes with my right hand. I am not ambidextrous. On say
Yes. So Shay says she'll be on Midnight Scrollers Facebook page at 8 o'clock Central.
All right. Thank you, sir. And thank you, Shay, for telling us. On the Seiko show, they were talking about foot switches, and if anybody should be using a foot switch, it should be me because of the large pieces I work on. But I'm one of these, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing. But I'm not consciously against foot switches. I've just been doing it this way for so long, I don't mind. I definitely needed it on that 8-foot wide horse scene. That was a booger. I almost got to the point of tears on that project for insanity. But I've never been accused of being insane. Can you believe that? Me neither. Just because one time I dyed my hair blue. For a live stream. Just saying. And I did a cartwheel. You're welcome. And if you're just joining, I'm going across getting the areas that the capacity of the saw won't let me get to, except for the brad nail cut and the signature. I will do those very last. If you had a straight blade, you couldn't do this. Or at least not this big. I'm catching on something. You wouldn't be able to do it this big, and you wouldn't be able to turn the piece and finish it. There must be a piece of debris stuck in the hole again. There, I got it. Yay. The hole of the table, that is. Hey, good luck on finding that pile of hole pretty quick, by golly. Yay.
Wouldn't you usually hog them out though?
I usually do, yes, but at this angle, towards the end of a project, and such a large project, it's hard to get my hand in there and find it as quickly. So this time I held it up with my left hand and slid with my right, like this, instead of usually like this, and that's why I was so impressed. Take another drink and we can get right back on it. I tell you what, please don't hold back if you got any comments or questions. You're welcome to talk here, everybody. Even John, he's allowed to talk. Off and on.
Concentrate.
Yep. He gets that look on his face, then he gets a screen capture, and then he gets a scroll saw pattern made of himself.
Trying to rub my wood right now.
I don't even know if he's shown anybody that scroll saw pattern. Just saying. Unless he's going to do it on one of his lives. Hopefully he'll finish it because it ain't too detailed.
I might have to add more though.
Fine. Like what, whiskers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Logo on the hat, all kind of cool stuff.
Well, in my defense, the picture wasn't crystal clear. Do you want to show people that design, or is it a surprise?
No, you can show them.
Well, I don't have it on this computer, sir.
Oh. Well,
I
my
guess
hands. I got stain all over my hands right now. I'm busy rubbing my wood.
Okay, I'll find it on Facebook and show everybody because I know there's a petition to see it.
Told you, I got stuff to do, man.
I did.
Working on projects.
Word. All right, let me locate that picture, folks. We'll all get to see what John looked like when he had facial hair. All right, where is it? By God, by God. Where it be? There it is. By God. All right, folks, this is John Cousins. From a somewhat blurry picture, but at least I want y'all to see it. It's not my most detailed work, but there's Mr. John Cousins.
That looks nothing like me. I don't look like that at all.
Well, you did when you had facial hair. And clearer picture would have gotten better results, but I think it looks like you. That's just me. I'm a little biased. All right, so if anybody was actually watching when I did that, then you got to see. Anyway, there's that. So let me what you call it? Go on, move on, scroll on. Oh yeah.
She said send it to her.
I may need to send it to her because she might have it cut before you do. No offense.
Yeah.
I haven't done a self-portrait pattern in a while, but was that a John Malkovich portrait? Ah, what in hell? All right. All right, Shay, it's been sent. But I want a lot of praise and a lot of credit for that. Just kidding. Oh, already then. And y'all could probably tell from that pattern that when John is doing something, he gets this very serious look on his face.
That's my regular look. What are you talking about? Serious.
Okay. Yeah, he's a total model.
That's my happy look.
I wanted a witty response and I couldn't think of one.
That's my happy face.
And he wasn't posing for that. He was multitasking, and I just did a screen capture of his face. And that's something usually that's frowned upon in private hangouts. Is taking screen captures, but I knew what I was going to do with it, so there's that.
You took my picture without my permission? Oh,
Yes, sir.
I thought you did that from memory.
Yeah, that's what it was. That might be why Herb is always showing just his forehead and the top of his head, because he don't want to be.
Immortalized.
Yeah, couldn't think of the word. I'm just too pretty for a camera, is why I don't do any more self-portraits. See, I avoided a pore right there, didn't I, Shelley? Just saying, just saying. Okay, according to Shay, we're sawing John tonight. You're welcome, John.
Shay, does that mean I get to be on your panel?
I got your panel.
If I'm on your panel, I'll stay for the whole show.
I'll stay for the whole show regardless. Just saying. Harnell Media, being Harnell Media, says, can we wood burn that pattern with a blowtorch? You technically could if you made a stencil out of the right material, but I think he means just burning the wood all the hell. I could be wrong.
Yeah, that's exactly what he.
I have done the self-portrait pattern, but I didn't cut it because there's really no need to do it anymore. I've done it in the past.
Yeah, I think you need to do like you all the fancy big name scroll sawers that got their names behind them.
It was a very simple signature. I just did it with a marker and cut around it. Doug says, hang on, I need to put my boots on after that comment, Charles. Thank you, Doug. Shay says, I can't have a panel on Facebook. And Steve Neal says, I lasered a Charles picture. Yes, he did. And if he wants to send it to me on Facebook, it's been a while since I've seen it, but if he wants to send it to me on Facebook now, I will screen share and show y'all. And let me know here in the chat when you've sent it, Steve. That way I can be scrolling until then. And Doug says, saved by the FB Live. FB is Facebook for you youngins, or you old ones, whatever. I'm glad I could provide your content for tonight, Shay. Yeah. Now I know what Steve Nealon's thinking right now. Man, now I got to find that picture I took of that project. But he's like John in that he hasn't sent it yet. It's been quite a while. Come on, he's probably giggling because, well, he doesn't giggle, but probably smiling because he knows I'm right. One of those good intention piles.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard Steve laugh.
I've seen him smile and somewhat chuckle, but Haley says, "OMG, I've been downloading for Mac, LOL." See, John ain't gonna let her. Oh, Steve Nealon says it's in the envelope to send. Is that because I said something, or is that still in the good intention pile, but in the envelope? Anyway, I love you, Steve Nealon. I am not sucking up. Yes, I am. Shaley says, I have made him laugh. I make him roll his eyes a lot and shake his head. I might have made him laugh before. Oh, it's been in the envelope since I showed it to you. Okay, so it's still been in there a while. Do you have that picture so I can show folks what it looked like? I mean, a photograph, the photograph you took of it that you sent to me. Unless you're clearing room on your computer and wanted to get.
I gotta clear up space. That's got
Yeah.
all the thousands of photos.
Yep. He may have already sent it. Let me check Messenger. No, he has not. By God. Okay, he says I'll take a new pic and send it. This is going to take it out of the envelope, folks. It's, back when I had more of a beard than I do now. I don't have much of a beard right now. Just saying. Kind of short now. A little more clean cut now, but it was somewhat bushy then. And I was wearing a plaid shirt. It's the live stream where I made a pattern out of a self-portrait thingy. Yeah. Bailey says, poor Steve gets all the emotions from me. Still hadn't killed me yet. Hello. If he don't kill me, he dang sure ain't going to kill you. You're prettier than I am. And got your stuff together better. And that's not me dogging myself. I am an acquired taste. I'm pretty sure I've made Steve Nealon laugh. It just probably hadn't been recently. We're sure rolling right along. Come on, Pilot Hole. Good lordy. All right, hello, Jason Rickoloff. And Steve has sent the picture, so I'm going to be showing it to y'all now. This is a laser wood burning of me. Gotta say, it's pretty darn sexy, just saying. All right, so everybody, look at your screens. Look at your screens. Oh my God. What was that, John?
I said it looks the same as your elk.
So that is a lasered self-portrait. I love that. That's freaking awesome. Good work, Steve Nealon. By God. See, that's when you know you got your laser dialed in just right. At least for something like that. Thank you very much. I'll eventually get that, folks, and I'll be happy to show you once I get it. But no offense to Steve Nealon. I wouldn't hold your breath because he hasn't sent it yet. No offense, Steve Nealon. Alrighty. Y'all are welcome to comment about how ruggedly sexy I look. If you so choose, it wouldn't bother me at all. Dag, would you like to start that off? Come on now, Dag, blab it. OMG, it's so handsome. He complimented Steve, and that was great. But, you know, let's compliment the model, too. Just saying. Spread that love around, yo. Makes y'all feel any better. Even my wife doesn't tell me I'm handsome. My mommy does. Sorry. Steve Nealon. Oh, Herb says, hey, that picture's in the post office. That's funny right there. Steve Nealon says, LOL, I have a collection of packages to send out, but I haven't left the house in almost 2 years. Well, have your people send it to my people, and I'll eventually get it, by God. All right, so Shay, I'm still waiting on you to say how ruggedly handsome I am, even though you've probably been forced into it now. Just saying. John, would you like to hold the noise down, sir? Just kidding. Don't freak out. There you go. He just freaked out. He's so moody. Everybody demand that John puts on the pig ears and the pig nose. Just saying. I was hoping he was reaching for the pig ears or pig nose, but he was just getting blue.
Thinner.
Okay, whatever it is. Apparently, he doesn't love the people enough to wear pig stuff.
Yeah.
He don't know where his priorities lie. By God. Our new media says she will say that when she finally stops throwing up, Charlie. Ugh! I was sitting there praising Steve Nealon. He had to throw that reality crap in there again. All right. But he's probably right. Well, she has told me publicly that she loves me. Just saying, I had to force her into it, but by God, she did it. Some tape somewhere. Yeah, I just love the love that spews from these live streams. We got 11 people watching. Sure, appreciate you. Don't hold back if you got any questions or comments, please. All right to be shy, but we can't read your mind. And we also can't find the next pilot hole. Just saying. My depth perception was a little off. Good lordy. This is ridiculous, I tell you.
Hey, Jason, how's it like in Calgary today?
He's cold. If y'all missed Seiko's live stream with Shaylee, then shame on you. But Dan Schumacher did a sister Celtic knot, I think is what it was called.
You're going to say Celtic again.
I almost did, yes. I grew up calling it Celtic because I only knew Celtic from basketball. And yeah, so it took me a while to get back in the habit of Celtic. Anyway. believe it was done with walnut and butternut or butter something wood. And he was her first official guest as far as I don't remember what the heck she called it, but I thought Steve Good and Tom Taylor and somebody else were the official. Hello, Russ Meadows, the king of parking lot duty. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Russ Meadows is out in the chat. That's Rusty Nails with a Z, wood shop. If y'all want to find his one video on YouTube. Hello. All right.
I'm sure he's out there saying, "Oh, Arlani."
Well, I don't know if he sounded drunk when he was saying it. Hello, everybody. Oh, first official Makers Live is what Shay called it. Someday when I grow up, I'll be on there using the Seiko. For best results, I'll have to use the Seiko first, and I'm assuming I'll be on there someday. I got to work up to that. I shouldn't invite myself. I was raised better than that, but I also should be using the Seiko. Just throwing that out there. It will better the odds, unless y'all demand. Have Charles Deering on there, dude. That's the official professional way of requesting. I know you're standing and such, John, but what is the actual project you're working on?
Can't tell you.
All right. Dave Helmanson has joined us. Hello, Dave Helmanson. Russ Meadows says, I scrolled to Charles' portrait. Yep. See, people can't get enough of the Charlie Man. Just saying. I don't sound arrogant at all, do I? Well, my wife can get enough of the Charlie Man. And she's had enough. Yeah. And like I've said many times, we'd be done by now if I didn't have all this grass in here. But you gotta do what you gotta do to make it look like the photograph you're working from. Just saying.
Well, it's a winter scene. You could have just left a lot more snow in there.
True, but I was being accurate to the thing. And Steve Nealon actually brought up a good point. It's only an hour-long show, Charlie. Can you do a project that fast? Yes, sir, I can, if it's a simple project. And I do have a couple. I have simple projects. Just saying. And in my defense, Mr. Schumacher went about an hour and a half. Just saying. Just saying. Now, that probably wasn't intentional, but these things happen. Or no media. I've never seen you do a project in less than a week. Bull Stanky, Darth Vader, way back when I believe was done in one live stream. Baby Yoda, I think, was in 2 live streams. I don't remember. I've slept since then, but it is possible. It's just the designs I generally pick usually aren't very quick, but it's because I like detail. Just saying. People give John a lot of crap for not finishing projects, but he did do 25 projects in a 25-hour live stream. Just saying. That's when John was supposed to pipe up and say something, but he didn't.
What do you want me to say?
I don't know. I figured you were going to jump into that. Yeah, or bragging or something.
Yeah, so there.
Yeah, and Harnell Media, once again being accurate, said it's not that you can't, but your patterns are not for fast work. No, sir, they are not. Like God. All right, we are almost done going across the bottom because take in mind we're not doing all of it across the bottom because red nails and signature are very, very last. Just saying. I'm going to look for a straight edge and continue the line across the bottom to make sure I'm consistently have that half-inch border for these lower cuts. If I can get the stupid thing out of there. It's a good thing I did that because I needed to continue 2 of these cuts to reach the bottom there. Kind of winging it because I don't know how it was designed. All right, and there was only 2 cuts I needed to do that to, so there's that. Ladies and gentlemen, the former eye candy, Mr. Russ Meadows.
That's right. I have relinquished my title to that man.
How you doing, Mr. Russ Meadows?
Outstanding, brother. Well, I'm surprised to see you on this late.
It's late.
Yeah.
You mean this early? I don't usually come on during.
Well, it could be early too.
You're in the same stage as me. All right. You want to tell people they can find you? Remember, growth. Tell people they can find you. And yes, he's in a shop. That's not a green screen background.
No, Rusty Nails with a Z Wood Shop. Facebook, Instagram, just the bare minimum of YouTube. Y'all can
Meaning
find me
one
there.
video. But by God, he will start doing live streams. I'm saying that he's not. Thank you for being here.
Working
Russ.
on it.
Thank you, sir. Dave Helmanson says, I used to look at his patterns and say, someday, now I can do them all and just a little guy. Wait, I can do them all. Just a little guy that likes scrolling and watches for tricks that he teaches you. Thank you, Dave Helmanson. Matter of fact, Dave Helmanson told somebody else in the comment section about, said he learned it from me about putting your fingers right next to the blade to steady something. And I say, wow, somebody listened to what I had to say. That's pretty nifty.
You're quite welcome, Shay.
Alrighty then, let me get stuff out of my way here and we'll get right back to this scrolling extravaganza.
Hey, Russ, how's it going?
All right, John, what's happening? You working on something?
Trying to.
Yeah, I came in here to scroll on the Avengers pattern, but whew, I got to worry on that one.
Don't be scared. This one's a little
It's a little
detailed.
bit. It's a little bit big for the little fella here, you know.
Folks that don't know it, but Russ was, I believe, the first, if not the only person to buy that mega doodle, the train with the background.
Oh yeah, I bought
He
it.
hadn't done it yet, but by God, he
Well,
bought
I
it.
got it though. I hadn't done it.
Sure enough. And he's also the one that took me over the top to get them frames for these pieces, and I cannot thank him enough.
That's quite all right.
He's plumb sweet. Just don't
I
get me.
am.
Him and his wife are
But
fighting
don't
over
ask my
cats.
wife.
See, his wife found 3 kittens. She wants to keep at least one. He don't want to keep any of them. It's not because he's evil.
No.
But I'm rooting for his wife to get to keep one. Just saying. But it's only because I want to live. But I'll keep y'all posted as to who wins that one. But he's pretty confident he's going to win.
I am confident.
Because I will slap a mud hole.
Well,
Texas
you know,
term.
she's allergic to dogs. We have 2. She's allergic to cats.
And we have
I don't
3.
want any.
I don't think I'm allergic to anything really. I mean, I sneeze every now and then, but I used to have cedar fever real bad. But
Yeah.
somehow I grew out of that. I don't know how.
Cedar fever.
Or cedar allergies. You know, like sneezing a lot, burning eyes, blah, blah, blah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He's being facetious. That's a big word, I know, but he is.
Is there anything like beaver fever?
Like what?
I'm just going to take the safe answer and say go to your room, John. Yeah. Believe it or not, John does not make me the most nervous when it comes to being on the panel about, having to censor people. Billy Burt took that over when he first started coming around. And now I can't get him to come on. Dag nabbit. I hope he's doing all right. Anyway, all right. Shaylee's been begging me to be on my panel by saying no. I'm just kidding. That's me making fun of the fact that she's been on my panel, I think, 2 or 3 times since I started doing live. We always appreciate her. She just needs to be on here more. I want people thinking we like each other. What was that, Russ?
She's doing a system restore on her computer right now.
Yep.
Well, you can do it and save all your stuff, or you can do it and wipe out everything. However you want to do it.
I just let mine get caked up with a nicotine dust.
Yeah.
And then wonder why my computer won't work anymore.
Yep, that'll do it.
See, because I'm pretty smart like that.
Don't ask me to clean it.
You done told me a long time ago you ain't gonna do that again, and it wasn't
Never.
for me. It was he did it for somebody else.
I did it for somebody else, and by God, I'll never do it again.
Yeah, shouldn't hurt to smoke around dust and or a computer because it'll cake up stuff. It's not normal to have brown fuzz all over your computer tower. Just saying.
It's not.
All All right, we're going to be scrolling right along here.
They said she just hopes it comes back off for her live tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're live at 8 p.m. Central.
yeah. It doesn't take that long to go through and do all that.
Now, if I'm awake, I'll be at Shaylee's live stream, but I keep weird hours because of panic
Yeah,
disorder
I wake up
meds.
till 11 o'clock this morning. I missed the Seiko show.
Yeah, well, I went to bed at daylight and woke up around 11 a.m.
Yeah, I was crap. I don't even know what time I went to bed. It was almost daylight.
Doug says, clean it, Russ.
I ain't doing it, Doug.
Fine. I do need to clean mine. I don't want to wait till it's dead. Well, no, because if it's dead, I ain't going to try to clean it. Well, unless I think it'll bring it back to life somehow. But the reason why that matters is that needs to be able to get air to the innards or the
Yeah.
overheat. And there's also a heat sink thing in there. And if that's all clogged to crap, and it kind of defeats the purpose. So I know why I should be doing it. I just haven't done it because that'd be way too convenient, right, Russ?
Yeah. Well,
And,
that stuff don't go just on all that. It goes on everything in there.
Yeah, and
It's Dad blasted hard to get off.
yeah, brown nicotine dust does not just blow right off. Just saying. Because Russ insists on smoking in my shop,
No,
my
he don't.
office. I was a little joke there.
Russ
every
hadn't
now,
been to
every
your
now and then we're sarcastic in these parts.
I've never been to your office yet. But if I
That's-
do get there, I'm not kissing your cheek. That's
Well,
that other
Yeah, he don't want to smell like an ashtray for one.
guy. I'll come in wearing my hazmat suit.
Lord, that's how my wife dresses for bed. Appreciate you being here, by the way, Russ. Now get on that profile project, mister.
I'd do a small one, but I ain't doing this big one. Not online.
You ain't got to finish it tonight. Just get to work.
I
dang it.
ain't gonna start it. I got it started already, but I'm not gonna do nothing on it until I can get offline.
Fine.
I don't want y'all to hear me cussing.
No, no.
Not online. Not on the show. Trying not to anyway. Got to keep your family room.
Russ, can you tell me what
Cannot.
it doesn't matter. I'm just curious what the clock on the live says because mine froze at a minute and a half.
224.
2:24 and 17 seconds.
That ain't nothing. That's funny too because I'm not even tempted to leave. I'm not
Really?
tired and I'm not hungry, so we're gonna be here, baby.
All right, let's start talking about food, man. I am hungry.
Really? You trying to
Yeah.
get me up out of here for real?
I'm
Well,
hungry.
Russ has never been shy about eating on a live stream.
I don't. I can't. When I'm hungry, I can't wait.
There ain't no reason to be shy about it unless you smack, and you don't smack, so there's
Well,
that.
normally if I get to smacking, I'll just mute the microphone.
That's one of my biggest pet peeves is an adult that chews with their mouth open. It makes me want to slap them silly with a 2x4. Just saying.
I just stare at Carrie all the time. I'm like, really?
My wife gets mad at me whenever I'm eating a bowl of soup or a bowl of cereal or something like that because I use the spoon to get all the milk out instead of
Yeah.
just sucking it up and drinking it. Pisses her off to no end. She can't stand that scraping in the bowl with that spoon and just. I say, well, it ain't like it's fingernails on a chalkboard. Dang, irritates her and her daughter both.
Stacy's back says, "Can't see you, Dougie." Doug says, "Darn treadmill just tried to kill me." Sorry, I just got a visual of that. That's pretty funny, right there.
That would be funny.
Got 13 people watch. Please don't hold back if you got any comments or questions. Please subscribe, click on the bell, click on the word all, and it wouldn't bother me at all if you did a thumb up.
Yeah, buddy.
Herb says, I can't figure out if I want tacos or burritos. My only option is burritos.
Burritos, buddy. Burritos.
Isn't a burrito just a rolled up taco? Like seriously?
Well, I
No.
don't like traditional corn tortilla
No.
tacos because can't believe anybody would want to eat something that crumbles the second you take a bite out of it. That's just me.
Hello, Mike.
I don't know the actual definition difference, though, to be honest with you. And a burrito can hold more than a taco unless you got the huge. What you call it?
Tortilla.
Yeah. That's the word.
Pita.
Yeah, Peter.
I don't believe I've ever had a pita.
Just like a tortilla.
I know, but I've never had one.
If you had a tortilla, you probably had a pita. Come on. Same thing.
No, I haven't. Oh, pita's
Same
like
thing.
Is it Canadian?
What?
Back me
Hey,
up
you
here,
know
Russ.
they got Mexican food joints up there.
And if you had a pita, then you've had a shawarma, which is pretty much the same as a donair.
Hey, this is a family show. I'm just kidding. Hello, Mr. Steve Combs.
Hello, Steve.
About time you got here, mister.
Hey, Steve.
John was crying. That's why he hadn't been talking much.
Only over you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Russ is supposed to be the singer. Yeah.
I started to.
Right the second I got quiet, he stopped singing.
Yeah, I did.
Dag,
I can only sing with the radio. You know how it is.
Yeah, the next live, Russ will be singing in the shower for us.
Nope.
And he'll be providing therapy for every. Never mind. I'm so complimentary to my panel.
And you wonder why we just come and take this abuse?
For real. I can't find the stupid pilot hole, and I know I'm near it. Really?
Huh.
It's like right the hell there. There it is. Yay.
That the one you wanted?
Yeah, what had happened? Russ had moved it while I was
I
talking to
did.
the fine folks out in the chat.
Turn your head.
I got Russ lives under the bus because I'm constantly choking him there. He just figured he might as well grab
I
a
may as
pillar
well
and stay
just
there.
get me a little cot and just lay down.
Yeah. I really think I need to add that second leg on my camera crank because I feel like people are 5 miles away from this dang teeth. But I done broke the other leg off.
I'm over 100 miles away from it.
Good lordy. Let's take a drink. Pretend I broke a blade.
No, let's go. You got scrolling to do. Don't stop.
Hey, mister, you're too scared to even start scrolling. Just saying. Might tell Russ to get back on that scroll saw. He's out in the shop. Why the heck not work on it? Yeah,
Look,
why
I
are
ain't
you
got
in
a
your
place
shop?
I don't have a place to put my computer if I start working on it. It's sitting on top of the scroll saw at the moment.
We'll put it next to the scroll saw, sir.
Can't do it.
All right. Well, I ain't gonna force the feller.
All right.
I tried to, but I got all sweet and stuff. Thanks to John Cousins and Russ Meadows for being here. Russ showing off that hair. That's why he's got it over his shoulder.
That's just how it falls.
My hairline's receding. I miss my hair.
I told you I'll send you some of mine.
I don't have enough staples to get it all on to stay on there.
Locks for love.
I learned from this lady on the
Lots of
internet
love,
that
dude.
I, lots to tolerate. I learned from this lady online you can use Gorilla Glue for your hair.
Yeah, you could, huh?
Apparently, you can get a whole bunch of money through GoFundMe. Go figure that out. Good Lord, the world's so rough.
Well, that was
I
one that
don't
did
need
not
you,
receive
Fred.
not one penny. Not one penny from me on that one.
Me neither. All right, only about 3 more cuts below this line, and then we'll turn the piece sideways normal. Look, can you hold the noise down? I'm trying to work here.
I'll do the best I can. I
Okay.
can't guarantee nothing.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, pizza calling.
That's that Pakistani lawyer at the door. Go to believe. That's not racism, folks. That actually happened on this show. That was one of the funnier memories of these live streams. By God, somehow people that weren't even trying to get here got here, and they thought I stole their Wi-Fi or something. That was pretty weird. I miss those glitches. I got a lot of views back then. Watching 12. Actually, it's 13, but thank you for your participation, Jason Regaloff. Although he said that about a minute ago. All right, 2 more cuts and then we go above the line. I'm anxious too. I don't know how well it shows up on camera. Russ can tell me this as soon as I get it through the stupid pilot hole. You don't know what I'm talking about yet, but I don't know if y'all can tell or not where it's been drawn onto the wood. It's not reaching all the way over to that
Yeah.
border line. Because
Yeah.
the pattern wasn't quite wide enough, so I got to invent that. But that won't be that hard to do. Just squiggly lines. You won't even be able to tell when we're done, except for the fact that I brought it up. Really,
Drink.
Drink.
it's only the second drink you get today, so take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was right when right as I finished that cut. Boom, bippy.
Literally.
Yep. Literally. I'm glad these blades are affordable. Lord have mercy. That would have killed 10 ordinary men. Just throwing that out there.
Well, at least it waited till you were finished with the cut, because I'd hate to seen it go in the middle of the line and you actually go off that line.
Yeah, that would have been terrible.
Master scroller as yourself.
Yeah. Steve Combs, by the way, we did have one other break in all this time. So if you want to catch up by taking a drink, that's all right with us.
Yep. See you later, Jason. If you're still there.
And thank you for being here, Jason. That's how you say his name in French. Is Jason? I have no idea. I'm just trying to be hush.
Well, ask John.
John.
What?
How do you say Jason in French?
Well, I told him.
My name in French makes me gag. Charles.
Your name in any language. No, never mind.
Yeah, remember we were talking about them. We were talking about them compliments there, John.
Keep my name off your lips.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth. He got banned from the Oscar for 10 years for doing that.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
He's lucky to let them come back at all. Just saying. I'm sort of on the fence because to talk crap about my wife, I'd probably go off too. But you got an image to uphold. Just saying.
What
It
image?
was a joke, man.
Well, yeah, it was a
a
joke.
bad joke either.
Joke. Get over it.
Exactly, especially him being a comedian, he should know that. But I think what happened, and there's less appropriate words to use, but he was laughing until he looked over at his wife not being happy, and that'll flip a switch on a guy when he sees his wife not happy. I get the defending his wife mode, but it was childish of him to do so. Number one, in public. Number two, yeah, it just. So I was on what's his face's Chris Rock's side. And Chris Rock has done a real good job of not making a big deal out of it behind the scenes. I'm not known for my calm temperament when somebody disrespects. Hello, Robin. Welcome back. Robin's Buys and DIYs.
Hey, Robin.
I'll drink to that since I didn't drink when I broke a blade. So
But you never drink when you break a blade.
I know because I'm too busy working for the people.
You
Well,
guys
then
see the
I'm
latest?
too.
You guys see the latest Will Smith video though?
When
No.
his wife is belittling him.
No. She was basically filming him in the house, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Don't, well, what are you doing? Like, why are you filming me in my own house?" I'm
Yeah.
like, "Get over yourself, man. It's your wife. Freaking just taking a video."
Well, I was on his side in that one because give him some notice. He brought up a good point. Social media is my bread and butter. Don't put me in these awkward situations because she was talking about, I think, marriage therapy or something like that. And there's some things don't need to be out there. So I was on his side in that one. I'm not
Yeah.
on his.
You're telling me nobody's gonna know if they're in therapy. Because they're gonna be filming them as they step out of the vehicle and go into the therapist's office.
Or something. I don't remember what it was about, but I was on his side in that one because you got to give a spouse some warning there. And she also talked to him like he was a little kid. I hate disrespect. Not a fan.
We're a fan of scrolling, by God.
Well, I'm a fan of trying to figure out where I'm going next. All right. I do have one more cut that has a part of it that goes below the line, so I'll probably do that one next. Can I continue, Russ?
Yeah, I did that because Josh ain't here, so I had to do it for him.
Lord, if I charged $1 or $2 for every cut in a project, this one could get me rich. Just saying.
I believe it.
Maybe $100 a cut. That would be definitely rich. Oh, pull the tension lever back, Curly.
I found myself doing that too yesterday when I was out here. I had the tension on, and I'm trying to put the blade in the clamps.
It won't
Why the
reach.
hell don't it reach? I even measured it against a new blade. I said, it's the same damn size. And I looked at that guy, I said, you stupid son of a gun.
That's funny right there.
Pull the tension back and it works perfect, man.
We
I'm
got
not used to that little handle set up like that. That the Walt didn't have that.
we got 12 people. 12 people watching. You don't have to be on topic out in the chat if you want to banter with people back and forth. All we ask is to keep it family friendly. But if you do have any questions, come on out there.
Right on.
And Russ appreciates you, John. Just kind of tolerates you.
Wow.
Pull up your cot next
Can you
to
believe
Russ
that?
under that bus.
Can you believe he did that to you?
Unbelievable.
I'm a friendly fella. Well, that's the word.
He was
I'm
going to
getting
say SOB, but he decided to change his
at. I would
mind.
never talk that smut. I don't never cuss.
Not when the live button is on.
No, sir. Unless I think the live went to heck and then I get busted. Oops, we were still live. That has been known to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
This next cut could make it a little brittle, so I'm gonna put my finger right there next to it and we'll be all right, I think. If not, we'll all find out together.
Well, if it breaks with some design change, then don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's just a cluster of grass, good lord. All right, so we didn't break it. All right, we are going to turn the piece like this so I can see it straight on. And we only got a few more cuts. Just kidding. A little more than a few. So there's that. All right, where are we going to? I'm going to figure out where I want to move to. All right, I figured it out.
That was quick.
Thank you. I worked pretty quick.
That's what she said.
Ah, dang it. I purposely made myself not say that. And then John went there. Weren't you being quiet or something?
He said it, and I thought it.
I thought it too, but I said, no, that wouldn't be family friendly. And then John, far be it from him. Yeah,
Well, she is part of the family. Come on.
this is true. Mark Lindsay would have been a little more discreet and said TWSS.
She sure does say a lot, though, doesn't she?
Yeah. That's funny. I don't care who you are. John is usually really good at holding back when something tickles his fancy.
See, now you got a song stuck in my head now.
What song?
Blinded by the Light.
Dave Helmington says, darn short blades, LOL. I think that was about your discussion of forgetting to do the 10.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Figured that out all by myself.
Yeah, I figured it out when I saw it. I got to been talking about my blade debacle. It's really aggravating when it's too short, but yet it's the same size as a brand new blade. So something's wrong somewhere.
Yeah.
Then I have to see that twister.
TWSS, by the way.
That wasn't even close.
A little bit until you said the second part.
Yeah, well, see, you had to hear the whole sentence first, man.
Well, then that wouldn't be as funny.
Don't even. There's no justification for that.
All right, you win this one, but don't get your hopes up.
Oh, jeez.
Don't you wish you were scrolling right now, Russ?
I kind of do. I keep looking at it.
Well, freaking get on it.
Can't do it. I'll have to turn y'all off.
Yeah.
Well, I might do that anyway.
You can hear the pain in his voice. It's hard to do it for him,
I'll
folks.
do it anyway.
I don't have the heart to do it.
If Herb was been here, he'd have said that. You already do.
Yep. Now, I know we're making fun of how much details in here, but we have gotten quite a bit done. Just saying. Unless I'm just in denial.
Yeah, you're the queen of denial.
Yeah. Well, at least John thought it was funny. But I ain't gonna say it didn't cross my mind too when I said it. But guess I'm just slightly better at keeping it in. Oh, stop!
I didn't say anything. I didn't say
Okay.
anything at all.
You don't have to. Every time I say something, I think of in John's mind, and it's like I'm wondering if I should just not talk. Don't say anything, Steve Nealon. Just saying. And Russ, stop biting holes in your tongue. I can see you doing it. You're gonna start trickling blood. You're either muted or just moving your mouth a lot.
Who?
You.
I'm not muted.
Uh,
I'm just laughing at the banter back and forth between you and John.
he loved me. I think. We'll go with that. Well, hell, I didn't even know you left. No
Who,
offense.
me?
Yeah.
My internet might be going funky because everybody went to flashing for a minute.
Oh, I didn't need to let you back in. It kept you in for some reason.
Yeah, I didn't leave. It just like it was buffering or something.
Yeah, I heard the sound effect like somebody come in the room. But all right, welcome back, even though you never left.
All right.
I just wanted to cover my tail on the pleasantries so people think I'm nice. That didn't. Now, for those that don't know, these blue shaded areas are where the brad nails are, so I'm skipping over those. So the stack stays together because we are stacking 2 of these. Yay! Yeah, I'll give $1 to the next person that types out in the chat. Not counting Russ or John because I know they would do that just to get $1. Now you're getting paid more than my panel does. Just saying.
We
Just
get
type
paid in
what?
love.
What was that?
We get paid in love.
Oh, yeah, you're full of love. Well, yeah. See, at least John realizes it.
See, you give the guy a compliment and he freaking throws it around your face, right?
Well, my body ain't used to it, so I was thinking I got bamboozled somehow. It's like, what did I just walk into? Forgive my hesitancy. Wow, nobody wants $1. Okay. All right.
You didn't even tell them what they had to type.
Yeah.
They didn't have to type nothing.
You said get out there and type something.
Yeah, I just said, in
Oh,
other
So
words,
just any kind of a comment would have worked.
yeah, just liven up the chat or something. All right, I'll keep that $1. All right.
Good.
Unless all 12 people watching don't know English or nothing. Type whatever your language is there. Unless it's bad language. Come on now.
All right, Charles, you done talked me into it.
All right, Robin gets $1.
I'm going to go ahead and
Scroll.
scroll.
Abandon me.
Robin,
Yeah.
that's not English.
I'll see y'all fellas later.
All right,
Oh,
appreciate
She
you
says
being
love you,
here.
Charles. She
Yeah,
says love
I
you.
think the one time she said it publicly, she wanted $1, but unfortunately for her, Robin said it first. Whatever that means. SOK Energize G. What? Am I having a stroke, or does that not make sense, John?
It means exactly SOK Energize G.
Oh, she says I wrote something and that came out. All right, Robin. What is your PayPal email address? I'm a man of my word, and I'm sorry, Shay. I'd pay you, but you were a little too short there. Well, besides, you got more money than I do. I didn't say it had to make sense. And I love you too, Shay. I mean, we might as well tell the public. She's probably throwing up now.
No, I just think it's kind of wrong that you had to pay her to say it.
Agreed. I agree 100%, but it is what it is, eh? She never did say I was like completely irresistible or whatever that I was trying to get her to say earlier. Oh, ruggedly handsome. Awkward silence. I don't know what to say either, and I'm the one that said it. Yes, folks, John is actually working on projects right now.
Hey, I found an
Rob?
awesome new use for press and seal.
Putting it over a bowl?
Put it
Or
over
a
your
plate?
put it over your plates, and then pour your excess back into a different container because it's contaminated now. But then you
Yeah.
just clean your plate right off and throw it out. It's pretty cool.
Oh, awesome. Robin, if you have a PayPal, tell it to me, but just say the word at instead of the at symbol because it won't let you type in an email address on chat. But I am a man of my word. You will have one shiny new crispy dollar. Well, that doesn't help you for Canadian, but by God. Wow, my show should go viral now. I gave away $1. Just saying, John.
Oh, she's saying I got to give money away to get my show bigger.
That's not for me to determine, sir. I don't want to step into the wrong hole there. Just saying. But that ain't what I meant. I'm just saying I'm pretty innovative, and I gave away $1. I'm going to go viral now. If I ever get the email address for PayPal. PayPal's the only money thingy I use. I don't use WhatsApp or Cash App or none of that crap. Or Venmo. I can never get Venmo to work. But I can only send it if you tell me your PayPal email address. If you don't have one, then I have to move on to the next person, and they will think I like her, which is true. But oh, she said it. All I saw was LOL, stupid phone. Yeah, me too, LOL. It's worth more here, so what is it, $1.74? I said it. Did it not show up? No. The reason why it didn't show up is because you probably included .com. Just say what it is before the address, and then say like Yahoo, and then I'll figure it out. Like if it's Gmail, just find ways to misspell it, except for the part that's important.
Robin, just message it to him.
Yeah, message it. Well, no, I don't know if we're connected on Facebook. Message it to John. That made too much sense.
How do you know we're connected?
I don't know. I just wrote with. All right. I can't believe I had to give away $1 to make people talk. Well, then message John. I didn't block you everywhere. I did.
Oh, right.
but you're not blocked on YouTube. And I'm just being honest. There ain't no hidden message there. John can forward it to me if you so choose. All right. I'm going to stretch my back a teeny tiny bit, and we will get right back into this party. Appreciate everybody taking the time to be here. If you're not subscribed, I hope you consider it. If you like what you see, or at least tolerate it, I'd be appreciative if you threw a thumbs up out there. It makes me look popular. While I'm taking a break, I might as well see if I'm being helpful review yet. But they have slowed down doing that, so there's that. Wow, good luck so far. Got 16 thumbs up. Much obliged, much obliged. I heard a ding a ding. That's not me. Now, in my defense, I keep my word of sending $1, but if Canada screws it all up as far as the amount, I can't help that. I'm just sending $1 to Lynn.
It'll transfer it over.
All right. Leonard Davis has joined us. Lynn's handcrafted wood signs. Hi, Charles and John. Just about to make dinner. Dinner is what he meant. And saw you were on. So hi. Well, hi, Lynn. I've only been here a couple minutes. Just kidding. Appreciate you being here, Leonard. I'm just kidding. That's a little tribute to Russ Clarity.
Lenny.
My jaw hit the floor when Russ Clarity called him Leonard.
That's all right. He still calls me Cousins.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. Well, it took me the longest time to stop calling you PA Cousins because I thought that was some kind of weird, double middle initial. So you told me what it meant.
I got 2 middle initials.
Well, you said it stood for portrait artist or something.
Published artist.
Well, that's not your actual initials, though, sir.
Yeah, Philip Arthur.
I did not know that. Now everybody knows.
You don't know me at all.
Well, that was pretty good acting right there. He made me believe that he was bitter. My middle name is Wayne. Oh, yes, it is. Charles Wayne Deering. That could be a trivia question someday. So y'all make notes.
You're not lame, Charles.
I'm not lame? Well, that's a compliment, I think.
You said it.
I said Wayne, not lame. You just heard what you wanted to hear through your Canadian ears.
Yeah.
And you're listening to the soothing sounds of Charles Deering's voice. And the clickety-clickety as using a profile. By the way, I love you too, Shay. I'm sorry I held off so long saying that. I didn't want to embarrass. I was doing so well till I laughed. Dang it! I was trying out for a soap opera and I just screwed it up.
Oh, child.
Yeah. We've had a good steady stream of viewers. That's pretty nifty. It ain't a honey, but it doesn't need to be a honey. You know what I'm saying? For real. Not one person sent me stars. I'm just kidding. There ain't no stars. It's just a little attempt at humor there. Kind of bomb. John, will you send me a star?
Sure. Give me a sec.
Yeah. With all the emojis and icons out there, there's got to be a star there somewhere. All right, she sent you her email address.
No, I sent it to you already.
Oh, I knew that. I hope I got $1 to send. Yeah, at least 53 cents. But we're gonna shoot for $1. I'm known for a lot of things, but I do not lie. So she will get $1, or at least on my end. I don't can't help what Canada screws up. That's funny right there. All right. I should probably be nicer because there are Canadians watching. John knows of a couple. Right to say what some people tell me. Yeah, I only talk smack because I like you. Get out of there, bugger. Shay, Shay sent 99 cents super sticker. Said it's the only yellow thing I could find. LOL. Well, I appreciate it. I wasn't implying send me money. I was just trying to be funny about the star thing. But yeah, that works. By God, there's my next piece of gum right there. Thank you, Sally. That's the only yellow thing I can find. That's funny. Isn't that funny, John?
It's hilarious.
Thank you. May want to work on that believability, but go ahead.
Stars aren't yellow though; they're white.
Well, yeah. Okay. I didn't have a good response. I didn't know what to say. Charles speechless? What? All
Well,
right.
I messaged you Robin's thing, by the way.
All righty then. Thank you, sir. I got a super sticker. Yay. I'll take another drink because getting a little tired here. But we're gonna do the best we can. Come on now. What is my time up to, John? My clock froze still.
3 hours 6 minutes.
Mercy, Jesus. I'm giving it all to people. Shaylee says, I don't give out bananas to anyone. Well, thank you, ma'am. I ain't falling for no banana in the tailpipe. That's a reference to an Eddie Murphy movie. Just saying, for those that don't know. Gnat flying around, bugging the crap out of me. I got part of this cut goes below the line of the capacity of the saw, so I'm going to angle the piece again if I can reach the pilot hole.
John, do you want to be burned or cut? Well, it depends how deep you cut. Then you got to cauterize it. So
I can't find the stupid pilot hole. I think I found it. Yeah. You want to be burned or cut? Sounds like a would you rather.
how about a little of both, Jake? You do that?
That's asking a lot, sir. Just kidding.
No.
I hate it when a piece of debris gets wedged in there. There we go.
Shay, how about burn, pyro, a little bit of decoupage.
Yes, go all out. Make sure you add glitter around his eyes. Sorry.
You don't want to pigeonhole yourself into doing only one type of work, right?
Absolutely. I think medium is the word you were looking for, sir.
No.
Okay. I said corrected. All right. Where am I at here? Magnetic. There we are. Arnell Media says burn scrolling is boring. Boring, I think is what he meant. I don't know. And I'm not reading Shay's comment because I know you. I'll let you read it, but not out loud, please.
No, it's your choice. You can do whatever you want.
Mike Kim Dances with Aardvark says back. Finished a 3-week-long project. Congratulations, sir. Round of applause for Mike Kim. Yeah, it was round applause. Okay, sorry. They can't all be funny. All right. Says he's been listening. Yeah. Jay says, okay, this will be fun. Yay!
Yay.
You hear that emotion in John's voice? I could feel his emotions right there. I better have been his emotions. You know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and end this here live stream. Sorry, Mark, that you came right back for me to do that. But hell, I've been here over, what?
3 hours,
3 hours?
13 minutes.
All right. I will be back. I just don't know right when. But if you're subscribed, click on the bell, click on the word all. You won't miss nothing. But there's a high chance my next live stream could be on the, most likely will be on the Facebook business page, Charles Deringwood Visions. So Wooden Visions, that is. I hope you will, no, he's standing, he's not painting. Anyways, I hope you will connect with me on Facebook as well. Yes, sir, you are. Appreciate John and Russ for being here, and Shadley for the sticker and the nanner. And appreciate everybody that took the time to be here. And he's staining with that black stain by God, Ebony.
Look at that awesome black stain.
That's
True-
beautiful.
True black.
True black is what it's called.
One coat.
Nifty. That's awesome. Appreciate everybody that took time to be here. We will be back. Connect with me on Facebook, Charles Deringwood Visions. We appreciate you, and pointing right at the camera saying scroll on.